I'm Dixie. And I'm Trixie. You're watching Amateur Backstage Theatre.
Yeah, well, that's just what I said. Are you deaf? Look, just do what I tell you. Listen, I own this company, not you. I tell you what, people get right up my nose. Even my own family. All they're after is me money. I don't trust nobody, me.
Yes, can I help you, sir?
Yes, you can, you daft twit. You heard the bell, didn't you?
Well, yes, sir, but I hear bells all the time. So what do you need?
What I need is me cup of tea, man. It's past me tea time.
What is your legs broke?
Maybe.
They don't look broke to me.
Well, what are you doing?
I'm in the kitchen.
You're in the kitchen.
I'm in the kitchen.
What are you doing?
I'm cooking.
You're cooking?
Yes, I've got other things to do than run around getting your tea, you see.
What are you cooking?
Bangers and hash.
Bangers and hash?
Yes. I'm quite good at it. Would you like some?
No, just bring me my tea.
Just your tea?
Just me tea.
No bangers, no hash?
No, just me tea.
Just your tea, okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone's at the door, sir.
Are you going to get it? Or have I got to get up and get it myself?
Well, I was going to get you tea. It wouldn't break you to get up and get the door, but I tell you what, I'll get the tea and the door. Would you like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Sit back here, sir. Make yourself at home.
Yeah.
Hiya, Pops. How's it hanging? I truly hope you're feeling better today.
Blair, you wouldn't know the truth if it came up and bit you on the ass.
Oh, Maxwell, are we going to do this tonight? We do this every night.
Listen, all I know is you married my brother for his fortune.
Well, that's not the only reason why I married him.
Well, anyway, he died penniless.
But it was worth every penny to him.
Hey, Pops, The only reason he died penniless is because you took it out of his pants pocket.
You are an evil man with an evil mind.
You know, let me tell you, you ought to be careful because one of these days you're gonna be sorry you treated people so badly.
Candace, have you heard her threatening me?
Well, of course, you silly twit. I'm sitting right here. Of course I heard her. And I agree with every bloody word that comes out of her mouth.
Okay, sir, here's your tea. Don't spill it on yourself. The knock on the door was Master Drake.
Well, it's about time. How are you, Uncle Maxwell? I hope you're doing well. Uncle Maxwell. Do you get it? Anyways, how are you, Cousin Blair? I have to say, you're looking quite marvelous. And Candace, always a pleasure, my dear. Always a pleasure to see you, even with your clothes on.
You two stop acting so innocent. I know you're dinking together.
Uncle Max, do you always have to be so mean?
Well, of course he does, Drake. He doesn't know how to say anything else.
Well, mean or not, I'm the one with the money. You're not. But I tell you what, I got a weird feeling. Something strange is going to happen tonight.
Quit your blubbering, Blair. Are you stinking delirious? I really didn't think you cared for the old fart.
Well, of course I didn't, Mother. But I do have to practice. I have to be able to put on a good show.
Good show, Blair.
Well, I'm not surprised at all. The old bag finally got what he deserved now, didn't he?
Oh, yes, but young Drake, Inspector's on his way over here, and I wouldn't say that in front of him, you see.
Oh, you're right. He might think it's
you.
me.
Speaking of you, just
Was we speaking of Drake?
Oh, no, I guess not. But we are now.
What about me?
What exactly were or who were you doing at the time when the old fart kicked the bucket?
Cadbury, you worthless twit. Get the door.
Excuse me, Candace.
It's Mrs. Candace to you, Cadbury. Remember your place.
Listen, Candace, I no longer work here, dear. As of midnight tonight, I'm not employed for the old man. He's dead now. And while we're on the subject, Candace, let me tell you. I've always wanted to tell you this. I think you're one of the biggest. Help me out, dear. What do I want to say?
She's the biggest,
The biggest, yes.
most arrogant,
Most arrogant.
pompous.
Most pompous.
But I think that I'll go get the door. How about that?
That would be very good, dear.
Yes.
Yes,
I
yes.
think that would be good.
Okay.
Oh, and Blair, don't say anything I wouldn't say.
And don't you say anything.
Attention, everyone. This is Inspector Inspector James from the yard. Sorry.
Right. Listen up. I'm not in the mood for games. I know one of you four killed the old man. So, just confess. That way, I can go home and go to bed. It's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm tired.
I'm not confessing to anything that I didn't do.
And tell me, what was it, Inspector James? What makes you think that it was any of us who did it?
Well, you see, we checked the whole mansion. And there was no doors or windows broke. But tell me one thing. Who was it who actually found the old man?
Ooh, Cadbury. Do tell the inspector about how you found old grandfather.
Yes, well, Inspector, it was like this. It was at the stroke of midnight tonight. I was upstairs. I was in the den watching the telly. And the show that was on was called The Chronicles of Dark Wolf Manor. It's on Betamax TV. You need to watch it sometime, you see. Oh, it's a wonderful show. But the old man screamed, and I come running down the stairs. Well, I tripped. When I tripped, I fell down and bumped my head. I'm laying there at the bottom of the stairs for about 30 minutes. I'm knocked out. The time I got in here where the old man was at, he was dead. But I didn't see anybody, you see.
Ah, right.
Yes.
Okay, well, tell me this, Cadbury. How did you and the old man get on?
Well, let me tell you, sir.
I can answer this one.
Where do you have to?
Like cats and dogs.
Yep. Cadbury didn't really like grandfather. Not at all. In fact, he only worked here just because he thought the old man was going to give him some money when he died.
As you, Miss Blair, and your mother, Miss Candace, the only time you two ever came over here was to get money from the old man.
Well, Inspector, let me be honest with you. None of us really liked our grandfather. In fact, we all hated him. He was a very evil man.
Ah,
He was.
and who are you?
Oh, well, my name's Drake.
Oh, really? All right, Drake. Where were you when all this happened?
Oh, I got that one. I know what was going on. He was in the bedroom with me mum. They were drinking.
Oh, hush up.
Rather disgusting to think about.
Oh, hush. You're only mad because you didn't get an invite.
You're making me sick.
Well, Inspector, it's very clear at this point that Drake and I are each other's alibis.
Yes,
so
we
if
are.
I were you, I would be looking at these two to see where they were during the murder.
Well, I've already told you, Inspector, where I was. So I'll be talking to Miss Blair, you see.
Yeah, young'un, where were you when all this was happening?
Well, I was upstairs in my bedroom. I was talking to my boyfriend on the phone. It's on the 3rd floor. Call the switchboard. Check with him if you like.
Well, I guess if nobody's gonna get it, I can do it. One more time. Maxwell Mansion, what can I do for you, please? Oh, yes, yes, he is. Just one moment. Inspector, it's for you, sir.
Yeah, Inspector James here. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, I see. Right. Thank you very much. Well, that was the county morgue.
Oh, what did they say?
Well, it seems as though we've got her as a cause of death. And guess what?
What?
The old man had a heart attack. You're all in the clear.
Oh,
So now, I'm going home. I'm going to get some sleep.
A heart attack, you say? I wonder if you didn't take one too many of those blue pills.
I did that one time. It got stuck in my neck. I had a stiff neck for a week. Come back any time, Inspector.
Well, I told you all. They would never find the antifreeze in his blood, didn't I?
we really dodged a bullet there.
I think we should celebrate. Out in the kitchen, I got bangers and hash, or bangers and mash. I'm not sure what it is, but it's pretty good, you see.
Hi, I'm Jackie Kennedy with Amateur Backstage Theatre. And I'm here with one of our sponsors, Dina, with JR's Western Store. What kind of deals do you have for us, Dina?
Well, in Diamond, Missouri, we've always got a sale going on. I've got ladies' boots starting at $69.95, men's boots $69.95, cowboy hats, half-price ladies and men's shirts. I can go on and on and on. I got kids' boots, $19.95. Come in and check it out. We can fit you about in anything. We'll make you look real cowboy.
I'm going to check it out.
That is what I said. Are you deaf? Do what I tell you. I own this company, not you. People are a pain in the neck. Even my family. I trust no one, I tell you.
You ring, sir.
I'm not in the mood for games, Cadbury. Of course I rang. You heard the bell?
Yes, sir, I heard the bell. What might I do for you, Master Maxwell?
What I want, Cadbury, is for you to bring me my tea. It is past my tea time, man.
Straight away, sir.
Cadbury,
Yes, sir.
are you going to answer that door, or do I have to get up and answer it myself?
Straight away, sir, and I shall bring your tea when I return.
Hello, Grandfather. I truly hope you are feeling well today.
Blair, you wouldn't know the truth if it came up and bit you on the hand.
Oh, Maxwell. Must we do this tonight? It's the same thing with you every night.
All I know is you married my brother in hopes of getting his fortune. But he died penniless.
Yes, that's right, Grandfather, he did, because you beat him out of it.
Ha!
Maxwell, You're an evil man with an evil mind.
And let me tell you something, Grandfather. The day will come when you will wish you hadn't treated people so badly.
Is that a threat, Blair? I don't like being threatened. Candice, have you heard your own daughter?
I have. And I must say, I agree with everything she said.
Your tea, sir. Might I announce it was Master Drake at the door?
Hello, Uncle Maxwell. Hello, Cousin Blair. And Candace, it's always a pleasure seeing you, my dear.
Will you two stop acting so innocent? I know that you're sleeping together.
Uncle Maxwell, do you ever have anything nice to say?
Of course he doesn't, Cousin Drake. He's just an evil man.
Evil or not, I'm the one with the money. You are not. But I must say, I've got a feeling something strange is going to happen tonight.
I'm Tom Carter with Ozarks Public Television, inviting you to watch Ozarks Watch Video Magazine. Now, don't confuse me with Kelly James and his program, Spotlight on the Ozarks. We look nothing alike. We are no way alike. But let me invite you to watch Ozarks Watch Video Magazine now in our 20th season. You can watch it on Ozarks Public Television Sundays at 1:30 and 2, and Thursdays at 9 and 9:30. That's on Ozarks Public Television. Or visit our website. You can see any of the episodes anytime at www.optv.org.
Thanks a lot, Tom. I'm not even on the camera.
Oh, quit with the crying, Blair. You couldn't have cared that much about the old man anyway.
Actually, Mother, I did. I did care for him. But in all those years, not once did he give me not one kind word. Not one good word. I just can't believe he's gone. And murdered at that.
Well, I can. He was an old, hateful, mean-spirited man. He had it coming.
Yes, but Spectre is coming from the yards. Drake, I wouldn't say that in front of him if I was you.
Well, I suppose you're right, Cadbury. Then he might think it was me.
Speaking of you, where were you at the time when Grandfather was murdered?
Well, don't just sit there, Cadbury. Go answer the door.
Excuse me, Candace.
That's Mum to you. Don't forget your place.
Listen, Candace. As of midnight tonight, I no longer work here. Since I'm not employed here anymore, I'm not going to answer the door. But let me say, Candace, I've always wanted to say, I think you're one of the most arrogant, pompous.
I'll tell you what. I'll get the door, okay?
Okay.
Oh, and Blair,
Yes.
I'm quite sure that's the inspector at the door, so please, watch what you say.
Do come in, Inspector. Attention, everyone. This is Inspector James from the yard.
Right. I'm not going to beat about the bush. I know one of you four had something to do with the old man's death. So, why don't you just confess now? That way I can go home and I can get some sleep. It's 3 a.m. and I am tired.
Well, I certainly am not going to confess to something that I didn't do.
And besides that, Inspector, what makes you so sure that it was one of us?
Well, you see, we checked all the mansion. None of the windows and doors have been broken. But by the way, who was it who actually found the body?
Oh, well, yes, Cadbury. Please do tell the inspector, since you were the one that found Grandfather.
Yes, Inspector, I was in the upstairs den watching television about midnight when I heard the old man yell. I came down the stairs, but by the time I got here, he'd been murdered, and there was no one else around.
Well, let me ask you this, Cadbury. How did you and old man Maxwell get on?
Well, I can tell you that. Like cats and dogs.
You see, Inspector, Cadbury didn't like Grandfather at all. In fact, he only worked for him because he thought he was going to leave him money in his will.
As well as you, young Blair. You and your mother never came over here unless you were going to borrow money from the old man.
Let me just be honest with you, Inspector. None of us truly had a good relationship with our grandfather. He was honestly an evil man.
Well, tell me, your name?
My name, Inspector, is Drake.
Well, tell me, Drake. Where were you when all this occurred?
Oh, I can answer that. He was in my mother's bedroom doing things that are disgusting to think about.
Oh, Blair, do get over it.
You make me sick.
Well, as you can see, Inspector, Drake and I have each other for alibis. But if I were you, I would be asking these two where they were during the murder.
Well, Inspector, I've already told you where I was, but you may ask young Blair where she was.
Yes, young lady. Where were you and the old man's demise?
I was upstairs in the 3rd floor in my bedroom talking on the telephone with my boyfriend. Check with the switchboard if you don't believe me.
The Maxwell Mansion. Might I help you? Yes, he is. One moment, please. Inspector, it's for you. It's the morgue.
Inspector James here. Yes. Oh, I see. Okay, well, thank you very much. Right. That was the morgue. It appears we do have a cause of death. It turns out the old man had a heart attack. So you lot are all clear. Now, I am going home and I'm going to get some sleep.
Yes, Inspector. A heart attack sounds about right. I always did say the old man was just going to angry himself away, and it appears that's exactly what he did. I told all of you that they would never find the antifreeze in his blood. Didn't I?